If you can't tell by my outfit, it's time to talk some ACC basketball. You know, I got my little Otto the Orange hat on, my Syracuse jersey on.
Meanwhile, I'm Michigan, so
Let's talk some ACC basketball. All right. Starting in the first round. This game is actually going on right as we speak. It is 64 to 62 Miami lead. Even with looking at that score, I'm still think I'm gonna pick Pitt. I was gonna pick Pitt regardless. I think Pitt will come out in the end. It's gonna be a closer game, but give me Pitt. Also, shout out to Georgia Tech for being number 4. I didn't realize that until I was making this bracket, and I just questioned my existence. But yeah, give me Pitt in that one.
Yeah, I'm taking the same thing. I mean, beforehand I was gonna go with Pitt, and even now, I'm still sticking with Pitt.
Not that crazy. All right, number 11 Notre Dame versus number 14 Wake Forest. You're up. I believe that one's. That game is going to be at 5:00 p.m. Mountain Time, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Mitch, who you got?
Notre Dame sucks, but Wake Forest is a lot worse. I'll go with Notre Dame.
I feel like these first round games are going to be very quick and easy for us. I'm going the same way. Both teams suck. One team is just a little less worse. Give me Notre Dame in a very ugly game. Number 10 Duke versus number 15 Boston College. That's going to be 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time and 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That is actually coming up in less than an hour. Who you got in this one?
Boston College is literally one of the worst teams I have ever seen, and Duke is, middle of the road looking for a tournament spot. I'm going with the Blue Devils in the landslide.
That one's not even going to be close. I'm with you on the same way. All right. Syracuse versus NC State. I actually think...
So, go ahead.
I mean, I know they beat NC State already. I actually do think Syracuse is going to pull off a win here. They are, right now, the first 4 out. So a win here would be absolutely monumental. They need this win. If they don't win this game, they're not in the tournament. This at least gives them a chance to be shown off on Selection Sunday. And puts them in a position to really make some noise. So give me Syracuse in a close win against number 9 NC State. Buddy Boeheim. You got to go off.
No, I'll go the same way. I like Syracuse to pull off a close win. It should be a very fun game between NC State and Cuse. I think it could go either way, but I think Syracuse has a slight edge, and both teams are looking for a tournament spot. But I'll say Cuse pulls off a very close one as they're right on the edge of the bubble right now.
Boeheim has a way of dealing with things in the ACC tournament. If it's a close matchup, if it's really tight neck and neck with these teams, Boeheim's coaching is what's going to pull the Orange through. I mean, the last game they played last year was the ACC tournament where they blew out North Carolina by 40. That was fun. All right, number 5 Clemson and number 12 Pitt. I love Pitt. I think they're a great team. Actually, I don't like Pitt. They swept Syracuse. So actually, I take that back. I don't like Pitt. Give me Clemson. I was going to take Clemson regardless, but give me Clemson.
Yeah, I'll take the Tigers to beat Pitt as well. I mean, Pitt's okay. They had a good start to the year. Then they all of a sudden fell off a cliff, and they just have not looked the same. Clemson's a solid team. They're significantly better. Pitt's outmatched. Give me Clemson in the blowout.
Same thing with the next one. North Carolina, Notre Dame. North Carolina has not had the best season in the world. They've had a better season than North Carolina or Notre Dame. Give me North Carolina.
Yeah, Notre Dame is not very good. North Carolina has looked a lot better in recent weeks. They also have been wildly inconsistent, but they're not going to be so bad that they're going to lose in Notre Dame. It'll be a blowout. North Carolina wins handily.
Yeah, same with me. And then Louisville Duke. I'm actually going to go with the Blue Devils in an upset on this one. Louisville hasn't played enough to show me what they're truly made of. And I think Duke with Coach K. Not even gonna try. Coach K fighting for a tournament spot. I think Duke comes in and pulls off an upset.
I agree with that. I would take Duke over Louisville as well. I think the Cardinals are a solid team, but the Blue Devils are fighting for their lives for a tournament spot. That just does not sound right. But a win over Louisville definitely would help them in the eyes of the committee. I think they pulled off against Louisville in a closer game. I think they slightly come on top.
Virginia and Syracuse.
Yeah, well, I don't know what Stravinsky is doing, but I'm picking Virginia. Hughes is not beating Virginia. The last time those two played, Syracuse looked awful. I'm expecting the exact same thing. Virginia has a habit of smothering teams defensively, and the opposing offense is normally awful. And I think Virginia's going to do the exact same thing to Syracuse in that game. I do not like the Cavaliers. I hate them, but I do not see how Syracuse comes anywhere close. I'm expecting a blowout. Virginia moves on.
Oh, yeah. My good friend Otto here is reminding me of good old 2016 where Virginia was a 1 seed and Syracuse was a 10 seed. And Syracuse was down by 20 at the half. And then came back and upset Virginia and went to the Final Four. Give me Syracuse!
Oh.
Now, do I think they're actually going to win? More than likely, no. But there is one team, as a Syracuse fan, there are 2 teams that we are known for just always somehow upsetting. Duke and Virginia. Those 2 teams, we always somehow upset them. I know it looked bad at the beginning of the year. But this is a Jim Boeheim team that is known for being a heel in the Cavaliers. I'm going to go bold, go big or go home. I'm probably going to be 100% wrong. Give me Syracuse in an upset. Fighting for their tournament lives. I don't think it's going to happen, but you know what? I know better than to pick against Syracuse whenever they need a win. When they need a win, they're a terrifying team.
Meanwhile, we always pick against Michigan because, well, we have no faith.
Well, like I said, I don't think Syracuse is actually gonna pull it off. But like I said, if there's 2 teams, if there's a team that Syracuse is known for upsetting, it's Virginia. They just find a way against the Cat. And I feel like if there's one team that's prone to be upset, it's Virginia because of their offense. That's their biggest thing. They're more vulnerable to an upset. Again, do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. Georgia Tech Clemson. After that charade. Georgia Tech Clemson, I think both these teams are good. I think Clemson, after the loss to Syracuse at the end of the year, feels like they need to put in a little bit extra work. I say give me Clemson in a close one over Georgia Tech.
Yeah, this is one of those games where it really could go just either way. Georgia Tech and Clemson both probably feel like they need that one last win to kind of secure their spot in the tournament. I think they're both locks at this point. Well, not Georgia Tech, but Clemson for sure is a lock. Georgia Tech, I mean, they had losses in the beginning of the year to Georgia State and Mercer. They need wins to kind of offset those ugly losses. I think they beat the Tigers in a close game, get themselves an extra win against a really good team and was Clemson, and put themselves in a nice position to get a decent seed in the tournament.
Virginia Tech, North Carolina. Who you got in this one?
I like the Tar Heels to win.
Ooh.
I don't know if they will, but I think the Tar Heels will come out on top in this one. I think they knock off the Virginia Tech Hokies. Virginia Tech's a decent team, but really both of these teams, honestly, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, they're always they've been wildly inconsistent this year. Virginia Tech's been everywhere. North Carolina's been everywhere. really the entire ACC has been everywhere, but I'll take North Carolina for a close one, trying to bolster their resume.
You picked a semi-bold upset against a Virginia team to bet counterbalance my insanely bold upset of a Virginia team. I'm going to counterbalance this. I'm going to take the Hokies in a close one. I don't know. I've always liked the Hokies. I think they're a really good team, and I think they'll pull it out against North Carolina, who is not bad, but not necessarily amazing either. Not necessarily the North Carolina that we usually know. And then Florida State Duke. I'm sorry, Duke. Give me the Seminoles in this one.
Much as I'd love to pick the Duke Blue Devils and create a semifinal between Duke and North Carolina, that is not happening. Seminoles are bombing the Blue Devils in this game. It won't be close.
Syracuse versus Duke. Syracuse versus Duke in the ACC championship game. Syracuse is the ACC champion. Let's go. All right, so my semifinal is the exact opposite of your semifinal. Clemson and Syracuse. This is going to be the tale of two teams that probably shouldn't have made it this far.
Just take them.
see, picking them against Virginia was the hard part. I think if they're playing Clemson, I think that's a much more even matchup, especially considering they beat them near the end of the year. So I am going to take Syracuse in this one purely because of the matchup. Would they make it out of the semifinals against any of the other semifinal teams? No. Are they going to win the championship? No. Are they probably even going to be here? Probably not. But you know what? The matchup against Clemson, I got to give it to them. They just got good matchups. I mean, look at that. I mean, if I'm going to play any of those... Actually, if I'm going to play any of those four teams, I'd probably want to play Virginia Tech. But... either way, honestly, yeah. I mean, I think Syracuse has a slight edge over Clemson. So give me the orange to go to the championship game. Do I think any of this is gonna happen? No. I'm just getting my hopes up to eventually, inevitably be crushed when they lose the first game to NC State. Probably. You know what? That's the fun of it. Virginia, Georgia Tech for you. Who you got?
Yeah, and Virginia, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has been pretty hot lately. They've been playing very well. But as I said in the last game against Syracuse, Virginia has a habit of making opposing offenses having their worst days of their lives. They're going to do that to Georgia Tech. This will be another ugly game for the opposing offense. Virginia wins it in Virginia style.
20-16. Florida State, North Carolina is your other semifinal. Who you got in that one?
Yeah, Tar Heels are starting to look a lot better towards the end of the year. They've been playing a lot better. They've been looking a lot better. I don't think they're beating Florida State. I know they did beat them earlier in the year. Towards the end, they got themselves that big-time win against the Seminoles. But I think Florida State pulls it together at the right time, and I think they'll knock off starting to surge North Carolina team to go to the championship.
Yeah, give me the same thing. Give me Florida State taking down Virginia Tech, and then Syracuse. Honestly, if they get to the ACC championship game, I think they will have secured a spot in the tournament. I would be remiss if Syracuse went all the way to the ACC championship game and still didn't get in. But that being said, yeah, give me Florida State in the championship game. I'm not picking Syracuse over Florida State. That's not a favorable matchup at all. So give me Florida State in a pretty handy victory, and Florida State's my ACC champion. And then
Florida State. Yeah, for me, it's probably what everyone's expecting for the ACC championship, and the Seminoles and Cavaliers. Virginia, this will be the third time I'm saying it. They have made opposing offenses they've given opposing offenses nightmares. I think Florida State will overcome that. I think they'll still kind of keep Florida State to a minimum, but I think the Seminoles will pull off a close, low-scoring game against the Virginia Cavaliers to get themselves the ACC championship and automatic bid to the NCAA tournament.
Even though they are already a lock. All right. if Syracuse beats Virginia, I think I'm probably just gonna have to like walk out because I will just be so big brained. It's probably not gonna happen, but you know what? I had to. I don't want to vote. I don't want to pick against a Boeheim team that needs a win. That being said, though, that was the ACC tournament. Again, the ACC tournament's going on all day today. This is Tuesday the 9th, so hope you all have a great rest of your day, but peace out.